Look at how dry and crunchy this grass already is. We have more heat coming, not enough rain on the way. If you walk with me here for a second, this sheet is going to be built across the street behind this traffic light. What we're hearing so far is that 2 people have been shot. As to whether or not they were shot inside or outside the hospital, that's still unclear. You can see they've got this road closed sign posted up here, and then back a little bit further, there's a bunch of utility trucks and things like that working on this water main break. I want to kind of show you that too. You can see some of these trees here along the bank of the river do have these watermarks here. That's how high the water is coming up to. So it's dislodging a lot of these trees. Yeah, a matter of minutes after graduates filtered out of the Altria Theater, screams, gunshots, panic rang out here in Monroe Park as that deadly shooting unfolded. The call for this shooting came in at 5:30 this morning. You can see over an hour later, still an incredibly active scene. If you take a look at this complex, there's 2 apartments on the end badly burned, one on the top level and one on the bottom level. I'm told that the fire started in the kitchen area of that bottom apartment. A man just came out on this stoop and announced that the polls are open. We saw a couple people go inside. We do have some accumulation on the ground, but if you look over on the roadways, a lot of these main roadways, you're not going to see too much snowfall. There is still some light snowfall, some wintry mix coming down from the sky, but it's not as heavy as it was earlier. There are long lines of people just waiting to figure out what to do about their flights being canceled or delayed. Look at these long lines of people. This is not how the airport typically looks on a normal day. Well, eggs are in lots of the products sold here at Montana Gold's Bread. Take this challah bread, for example, which lists eggs as one of the main ingredients. Store owner Rich Lovick tells me that the price he's paying for eggs is now 2 to 3 times more than what he was paying last year.
If you want a real cookie, you got to use real eggs.
Lovick says he started noticing those egg prices going up about a month ago.
Like the eggs are fairly recent. We try to absorb cost increases where we can. But I mean, are they going to get chickens laying eggs again soon? I mean, I don't know. Nobody knows.
Montana Gold's Bread says they're not raising prices just yet. They're able to cover the cost difference for now so customers don't have to. But as a local business who's already dealing with the economic problems that have come over the past 2 years, it's hitting them hard.
Butter went sky high. Let's see, wheat, and wheat flours are very hard to get. Over the past year or 2, we've had to raise prices more than we've had ever.
On grocery store shelves, eggs sold for an average cost of about $3.59 in November. I checked out egg prices at some of the grocery stores in Carytown. At Kroger, a dozen eggs cost $3.69. Publix price was set at $5.29, and Elwood Thompson's had a dozen eggs selling for $6.59. Some of the reasons egg prices keep going up is because poultry farmers are still dealing with the fallout of bird flu, as well as high feed prices and labor costs. But egg experts say buying those eggs could still be worth it.
When you think about who you can feed with a dozen eggs and for what price, that's healthy protein for omelets for 6 people.
Still, if you can't afford those rising costs, vegan bakers at Minglewood Bake Shop say there are some alternatives you can use.
We use baking soda and vinegar, which is our very inexpensive and easily accessible ingredients. That's what goes into our cakes. We also use applesauce and flaxseed or mashed banana that goes into our coffee cake and anything else that may traditionally require an egg. And the Virginia Poultry Federation told me that they're not sure when those egg prices might come down. On your side, Emily Yinger, NBC 12 News. The mood out here was one of strength and resilience. I saw smiles and people embracing each other. The run offering a moment of levity after a very difficult week. Hundreds of runners, alumni, kids, students, all putting their feet forward in honor of Lavelle Davis Jr., Deshaun Perry, and Devin Chandler. 3 lives tragically cut short, leaving a community grieving.
We all did go through what happened together. We all went through, the events of Sunday night together. And so it's still the healing process. I don't know if we'll ever, call it finished, call it complete, but, at least we're continuing on that path together.
The run gave people a chance to connect.
I'm just glad everyone's able to have a place to come together after everything that's happened.
It was held alongside the university's annual 4th-year 5K event, which is always on the same day as the last home football game.
This week when, it came time to decide whether or not we wanted to continue with the race or even do it at all, we realized that the biggest part of it has always been community for 31 years now. So it seemed appropriate to like really focus in on that.
It was one of the few times all week when students were finally able to see some hope through Sunday's tragedy. But walking around the grounds of UVA, the presence of Sunday night is still unshakable. Many people paying their respects through tears and heartache.
We sing for number 1, number 15, and number 41. We sing for Lavelle Davis Jr., for Deshaun Perry, and Devin Chandler.
Students gathered in front of the memorial at Scott Stadium after the memorial 3-mile run in prayer and song, finding every chance they can to come together. And we have links posted on our website at NBC12.com with all of the ways you can help support the families of Lavelle, Deshaun, and Devin. On your side, Emily Yinger, NBC 12 News.